Yes. Will I start? Honorable the Chief Justice, Shri Manindra Mohan Shrivastava, my esteemed brother Justice Shri Chandrashekhar, my esteemed brother Justice Arun Monga, my esteemed sister and brother judges at Jodhpur and Jaipur bench, Shri Rajendra Prasad, Advocate General, Shri Bhunesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Shri Ratna Ram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association Jodhpur, Shri Anand Purohit, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association Jodhpur, Shri Mahendra Shandilia, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association Jaipur, Shri Sandeep Luhadia, President Jaipur Bar Association Jaipur, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, members of judicial service and registry, respected Bhaviji, Srimati Madhu Shrivastava, dignified family members of the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Manindra Mohan Shrivastava, Mr. Justice Shri Chandrashekhar, and Mr. Justice Arun Monga. Ladies and gentlemen, as aptly said by Caesar Pavas, a renowned writer and poet, we do not remember days, we remember moments. Today, we have assembled here to relish the moments together with which will sink deep in our memory and bid a warm and affectionate farewell to Honorable Chief Justice Mr. Manindra Mohan Shrivastava, who has been transferred and shall now adorn the seat of the Chief Justice of Madras High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice Shri Chandrashekhar and Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, who have been transferred as Honorable Senior Judges of Bombay High Court and Delhi High Court respectively. While wishing adieu, it is also an occasion to share moments of gratitude and say a few words in honor of their significant contributions in the administration of justice. Education and learning formed the cornerstone of Honorable Chief Justice Shrivastava's illustrious career. Born on 6th March 1964 in the family of intelligentsia, his lordship's father, late N.P. Shrivastava, was a professor and a revered academician. His lordship completed his schooling in Bilaspur. Thereafter, he earned his Bachelor of Science degree from CMD College, Bilaspur. Pursuing his passion for law, he graduated with distinguished academics with gold medal in LLB from KR Law College, Bilaspur. Throughout his academic tenure, Justice Shrivastava demonstrated a keen interest in legal academia, serving as a member of the Board of Studies and Academic Council at Guru Ghasidas University, Bilaspur. Upon his enrollment with the Bar Council of Madhya Pradesh in Jabalpur on 5th October 1987, Justice Shrivastava embarked on a distinguished legal career that spanned several decades. His lordship hails from a family of 3-generation lawyers, which took roots since the time of late Shri D.P. Shrivastava. His uncle, late Shri D.P. Shrivastava, was initially a professor of law and also practiced law. His lordship's 2 cousins, Shri Ravindra Shrivastava and Shri Kishore Shrivastava, are designated senior advocates at Honorable Supreme Court for India and Madhya Pradesh High Court at Jabalpur, respectively. Sri Ravindra Shrivastava is one of the leading and outstanding designated senior advocates of India. His Lordship's youngest brother, Ashish Shrivastava, is a designated senior advocate at Chhattisgarh High Court. His nephews are also practicing lawyers at Delhi High Court and Supreme Court of India. His Lordship commenced his practice at the District Court at Raigad, gradually ascending to the practice law from the High Court of Madhya Pradesh, and after formation of Chhattisgarh in 2000, shifted his practice to Chhattisgarh High Court. His legal acumen saw him being appointed as standing counsel for numerous prominent institutions, including Chhattisgarh High Court, Income Tax Department, public sector undertakings like municipal councils, Chhattisgarh State Electricity Board, and university. In recognition of his erudite legal acumen and standing at bar, the High Court of Chhattisgarh designated him as senior advocate on 31st January 2005. His association with Rotary International reflects his inclination to serve needy section of the society. His caliber, skills, in-depth knowledge of law, and intellectual aptitude elevated him as judge of Chhattisgarh High Court on 10th December 2009. While his lordship was serving as chairman Chhattisgarh State Judicial Academy, he was transferred as first Pini judge and took oath on 18th October 21 at Rajasthan High Court. During his tenure as Rajasthan High Court, his lordship was nominated as the executive chairman of the State Legal Services Authority and as administrative judge of the High Court, and then nominated as acting Chief Justice. Thereafter, his lordship was appointed as Chief Justice of Rajasthan High Court on 6 February 24. At the time of his lordship's transfer to Rajasthan, I met him at Jaipur while I was also under transfer to Patna High Court. For a short span of 2 months, I understood that we have amongst us a true gem. As I know that Justice Shrivastava is a personality who has the charm of an artist, a smile which enchants everyone, and deep knowledge of law, along with seriousness towards his work, which one can see through his eyes. I know him to be a spiritual person with absolute faith in God, which I learned in the short period when I was with him. His lordship is embodiment of impartiality, uprightness, judicial temperament, and enjoying the ability to inspire confidence and respect amongst colleagues and the public. I am told that during his tenure as Chief Justice, in a short span of time, when he remained as acting Chief Justice, he was able to steer this High Court to new horizons. During his tenure, his lordship focused on enhancing judicial efficiency, modernization of court procedures, and expansion of digital infrastructure, not only in judicial functioning, but also in administrative functioning of the High Court. His lordship acted as a mentor and guided the companion judges, fostering a positive and productive working environment, which resulted in positive disposal of institution case ratio. His lordship manages resources efficiently and ensured the smooth and timely disposal of cases by adapting and embracing the new technologies and promoting access to justice for all, which imbibe transparency and fairness throughout the state judiciary. As said by the famous philosopher and a Nobel laureate from France, Jean-Paul Sartre, I quote, "Your judgment judges you and defines you." I therefore take you to some of his celebrated judgments, which reflect his deep insight of law and acute sense of justice embedded in his persona. I may refer a few of them. In Chairman Rajasthan Housing Board versus Raju, his lordship dealt with the Land Acquisition Act, Section 24(2), taking cue from judgments of Supreme Court. His lordship found that merely by refusing cash compensation and non-disclosure of material facts, leading to delay in consent, would disentitle petitioner from equitable relief. His lordship invoked the principle, he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. In state of Rajasthan, Manish Chauhan, his lordship's quality of compassion was reflected when he held that a disabled candidate could not be ousted solely because he does not have a domicile status. In Lok Sampatti Sangharsh Samiti, his lordship dismissed a PIL which sought conversion of industrial land into biodiversity park, understanding oblique intentions of the litigant. He confirmed the law that land use must adhere to past master plan. Cost of 1 lakh was imposed as the PIL was not found to be bona fide. The judgment discouraged unnecessary and motivated PILs being filed in the courts, which in fact were of personal interest instead of being in public interest. In Ratna, which is Board of Revenue, His Lordship has allowed special appeals to be maintainable in the cases where a challenge is given to orders passed by the Board of Revenue from single bench of the High Court. His Lordship confirms the principle of judicial review by way of intra-court appeal, as long as supervisory jurisdiction under Article 227 of the Constitution is invoked. In Ramchandra, this is Ram Sahay, His Lordship discouraged the practice of higher courts like Board of Revenue remanding the matters to the lower courts without proper examination. In a way, he has discouraged litigation to continue for years together, which goes a long way in finalization of cases. In Rahul Modi versus State, His Lordship has interpreted provisions of Code of Criminal Procedure in a harmonious and synchronized way with the right of liberty as guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. His Lordship has held that right of statutory default bail is indefeasible, and as such, relief must be granted on the same day when an accused applies for it. I had an occasion to read several remarkable judgments, and it leaves me astounded and amazed that a judge can be so exceptionally good and skilled. Other judges can definitely take cue from his method and manner of adjudication and administration of justice. At the end, I may also add my personal appreciation to the administrative skills and sound planning and organization of 75th Platinum Jubilee celebrations of establishment of Rajasthan High Court by and under His Lordship's able guidance. The celebration was a grand success, and even at times, I have been taking the credit of its momentous celebration at other high courts. The contribution of Chief Justice is a milestone to remember, but His Lordship's vision for all-round development of judicial system and imparting justice in court as well as on administrative facades is something which we all must remember and cherish for times to come. I, on my behalf and on behalf of Rajasthan High Court, would like to convey my gratitude for the services rendered by His Lordship and pray to Almighty for His Lordship's future journey for the new horizons. Born on 25th May 1965 after schooling and obtaining the degree of law from Campus Law Center, University of Delhi in 1993, Justice Shree Chandrashekhar joined the legal profession on 9th December 93 when he was enrolled as an advocate with the Delhi State Bar Council. His Lordship started his practice in Delhi in both criminal and civil sides. In about 19 years of practice as an advocate in different courts, he conducted about 3,500 cases, mostly in the Supreme Court of India. There are about 140 reported judgments of Supreme Court in which he appeared as counsel. His Lordship was the standing counsel for All India Council of Technical Education and State of Jharkhand in the Supreme Court. He represented the Bihar State Housing Board, Bihar State Pollution Control Board, Jharkhand State Electricity Board, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and various other corporations, institutes, besides being the retainer counsel for private companies. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar had a flourishing practice at Delhi, but he belongs to the state of Jharkhand. Thus, he was called by the then Chief Justice of Jharkhand, incidentally, who was from Rajasthan, Honorable Justice Prakash Tatia, to join the bench. I feel that it is a huge sacrifice for a leading lawyer to agree to join the bench. And in fact, the bench has been credibly enriched after he became an additional judge of the Jharkhand High Court on 17 January 2013. He was made permanent judge on 27 June 2014. Thereafter, he served as acting Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court till he was transferred to Rajasthan High Court as senior most Pini judge on 5th July 24. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, as we all know, is an eminent jurist who needs no introduction. It is difficult to encompass in a few words his shining career. He is a fine human being and possesses multi-talented and versatile personality, known for his simplicity, compassion, courage, fairness, and wisdom. He is blessed with the qualities to hear with patience, to answer with wisdom, to consider with diligence, and to decide impartially and with fairness. While setting the highest standards of judicial ethics and leading by example, he has made a mark and impressed everyone by his ability, intellect, and keen desire to do justice. He has always encouraged the junior members of the bar. I am told that he always conducted the court proceedings in a cool and calm manner, maintaining high decorum and discipline. He has rendered many important judgments, vivid, clear, and lucid, which bear the stamp of his erudition, in-depth knowledge of law, and brilliant analytical judicial mind. I may refer here his judgments in state of Rajasthan. Jagdish Shree Chandrashekhar ji dismissed the appeal by the state against the conviction of respondent under 304 Part 2 and 324 IPC. His Lordship upheld the lower court's decision, noting the lack of premeditation and applicability of exception 4 of section 300. He found the testimony of key witnesses credible and sufficient for conviction, confirming to the principle that a single witness may suffice for conviction. Further, in the case of Dalamchand, state of Rajasthan, Justice Shree Chandrashekhar observed that the employees, though labeled as contractual workers, performed the essential tasks typically associated with their sanctioned post, and that too on a daily and continuous basis over extensive periods. He held that the employees were entitled for regularization of their services, and mere labeling of their employment on contract basis shall not deprive them of all the benefits under the rules. In legal heirs of Nathulal, this case pertains to acquisition of land involving the person and his legal heirs who challenged the acquisition by state of Rajasthan for development of Krishi Upaj Mandi Samiti. His Lordship, while quashing the land acquisition, ruled that the government violated due process under the Land Acquisition Act. In another verdict involving challenge under Section 94 of the Electricity Act, which deals with powers of appropriate commission similar to those of civil court, he upheld the powers of the Electricity Regulatory Commission under Section 94, confirming it can act like a civil court for summoning an evidence. Besides having performed judicial functions, his contribution as administrative judge and as chairman of various committees is also praiseworthy. He cherished his sense of duty and work because of virtues and qualities like fairness, humbleness, punctuality, intellectual acumen. He earned the respect of bench, bar, officers and staff of High Court, Registry and District Judiciary. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar was appointed as executive chairman of the Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority on 27 January 25 and has championed the initiatives that strengthen access to justice for all, especially marginalized communities and weaker sections of society, aligning seamlessly with the authority's mission. His contribution to the Rajasthan judiciary is highly commendable. He performed his functions in such a manner which enhanced the image and reputation of the institution in the mind of the public, thereby increased the faith of people in the judicial system. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar has initiated several projects as executive chairman of Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority, and his initiatives would be taken up further. I assure my brother that this institution shall carry forward his ideas for overall development of the judiciary of Rajasthan. Born on 21st December 68, Justice Monga obtained school education in Punjab, where his father served as judicial officer, who later superannuated from Superior Judicial Services. Thereafter, he graduated in science from DAV College, Chandigarh, with first division and was also awarded the college color. He obtained the degree of law with first division from Punjab University, Chandigarh. While studying law, he also enjoyed teaching chemistry in a school at Chandigarh. He started law practice in 91 as first generation lawyer at High Court, Chandigarh. Thereafter, he shifted his primary practice to Delhi in 97-98, where he practiced for 20 years. Essentially, he had private sector institutional clients punctuated with individual clientele. He handled litigation as well as advised on corporate transaction, non-litigation. He enjoyed each day of his law practice in equal measure, be it boardroom or courtroom, representing clients. He traveled extensively in India and globally. His hobbies are trekking, reading, music, traveling, running, and cycling. He is an avid sportsman and a great golfer and nature enthusiast. During advocacy, he displayed great skills and intellectual sharpness. As a result thereof, he enjoyed high esteem and flourishing practice, and in recognition of his aptitude and sound knowledge of law, He was appointed as a judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court on 29th October 2018. Thereafter, he was transferred to Rajasthan High Court on 1st November 23. For a brief period of about 6 months, I was associated with Justice Monga at Punjab and Haryana High Court. He was known for disposing cases with quick pace and carried great respect amongst the lawyers and the judges. The same continued in this court as well. Justice Monga is an outstanding and versatile judge, apart from a good human being and visionary. He is a man of courage with impeccable character. He is an embodiment of compassion, humility, monumental patience, and tolerance. I am told that no litigant went back from his court feeling unheard. Even the losing side went with satisfaction, as his judgments contained detailed discussion and reasons on each and every aspect of the matter. I am aware that his behavior towards junior members of the bar is excellent and encouraged them to work hard so as to achieve greater heights in the legal profession. He never allowed any indiscipline and maintained high decorum and traditions in the court. Justice Monga has authored numerous judgments on almost all subjects which are equipped with reasoning and detailed consideration and provide testimony to the fact that he decides cases conceptualizing the law points involved with admirable brevity. I may refer to some of his judgments. In Bharat Kumar, Justice Arun Monga reflected his compassion towards those who were in financial distress. He held that if a family is in financial distress and the mother of the deceased government servant is unable to, on account of illiteracy and health issues, to take care of the family, the time limit for filing an application for compassionate appointment ought to be relaxed. In Vikas Kumar, his concern towards the youth is unmistakably reflected. He holds that a juvenile who has suffered criminal prosecution ought to be rehabilitated in society, and his previous record should be expunged in order to prevent youthful mistakes from becoming lifelong barriers to personal and professional growth. In Shankar Lal, Justice Monga held that an acquittal has to be read as it is, and the petitioner's status ought to be restored. Denying the appointment to the petitioner solely on the account of an FIR, which ultimately results in acquittal, amounts to punishing him. He held that it is against the principles of reintegration of that individual into society. In a short span, stretching a little over 1.5 years, he has decided lots of cases and has also been actively participating in the overall judicial administration. His advice and suggestions are found to be concrete and help to a great extent to resolve complicated matters, as I have been told by the Honorable Chief Justice. The High Court shall always remain grateful to him for distinguished and outstanding services rendered by him. And now, when he is going to Delhi, it would be a loss to this court, but an additional asset for the Delhi High Court. I wish him best of luck for his future assignments. Although I did not get a chance personally to share bench with all the 3 stalwarts who are leaving this court, as it is said, going away is not a matter of how far you go, but how well you remember the place you come from. Though Honorable the Chief Justice Shrivastava, Justice Shree Chandrashekhar and Justice Monga would always remain friends, colleagues, and we would always be reading their judgments as jurists and legal luminaries. In fact, this institution would always feel their absence. We are assured that their distinguished careers will continue to shine and inspire the legal fraternity. I, on behalf of all the honorable judges of this Rajasthan High Court and on my personal behalf, wish their lordships very happy, prosperous and glorious future and grand success in life. And at the same time, as a Rajasthani, I shall again ask them, Badharo Mare Desh. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice Sri Manindra Mohan Shrivastava Sahib, Honorable Mr. Justice Sri Chandrashekhar Sahib and Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga Sahib, and Honorable Judges of Rajasthan High Court, Sri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Sri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association Jodhpur, Sri Anand Purohit, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association Jodhpur, Sri Mahendra Sandil, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association Jaipur, Sri Sandeep Lohadia, President the Jaipur Bar Association Jaipur, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, officers of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I warmly welcome Honorable Justice Sri Sanjeev Prakash Sharma. Today, we gather on a unique occasion when three towering personalities at the bench of this honorable court would be parting from us for their journey onwards. And on this occasion, we gather here to bid a very warm farewell. In their tenure at the Rajasthan High Court, they have left an indelible mark on all of us. Honorable the Chief Justice Sri Manindra Mohan Shrivastava Sahib has had a long and versatile journey in the legal profession. One that began in Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, where he completed his schooling. He went on to earn a Bachelor's of Science degree from CMD College, Bilaspur, and thereafter pursued his legal education at KR College, Bilaspur, where he was awarded a gold medal for academic excellence. Even in the early stages of his career, my lord displayed a remarkable passion for law and unwavering commitment to excel, qualities that have only grown deeper and more distinguished over the years. However, what has distinguished him from the rest is his passion for law and zeal to give back to the community. He had been actively involved in mentoring budding jurists and shaping the career of law students. He was a member of Board of Studies and Academic Council at Guru Ghasidas University and the chairman of Governing Body and Monitoring Committee of Chhattisgarh State Judicial Academy. Not many are aware that he was one of the visionaries behind the Judicial Academy and have played an instrumental role in building it as a state-of-art institution. Recently, after assuming the charge of Chief Justice, he has been busy shaping the prestige of National Law University Jodhpur as Chancellor. Even though he belonged to a family of legal luminaries, he has always chosen the path of hard work. He got enrolled in the Bar Council of Madhya Pradesh in 1987 and started his practice in District Court Raigad. Later on, he moved his practice to Madhya Pradesh High Court. When the state of Chhattisgarh was carved out and Chhattisgarh High Court was established, the circle of life brought him back to his hometown, Bilaspur, where his practice then flourished. He was also a standing counsel for the Department of Income Tax, Municipal Council, Raipur, and Chhattisgarh State Electricity Corporations, etc., thus enabling him to work on a vast breadth of subjects and giving him insight into most, if not all, areas of laws. He was conferred the honor of being designated as a senior advocate on 31st January 2005. He was later elevated as judge of the Chhattisgarh High Court in December 2009, where he served with distinction. Over the span of 12 years, the bar and bench of Chhattisgarh must have deeply been enriched by the ocean of knowledge and experience your lordship possessed. Following this illustrious chapter, your lordship was transferred to Rajasthan High Court, carrying forward a legacy of judicial excellence. Your lordship took oath as judge of this court on October 18, 2021 and assumed the responsibility of the administrative judge from the very outset. Amidst the change of guard, he never shied from his duties. During his tenure, he served as acting Chief Justice and the administrative judge for a long time, apart from being executive chairman of Rajasthan Legal Service Authority before being appointed as 42nd Chief Justice of this court. In all these roles, your lordship exhibited extraordinary vision and dedication in fulfillment of the purposes of the institutions. As this High Court marked 75th year of its existence, it was in many ways his platinum armor, his steadfast commitment and wisdom that protected and elevated the dignity of this institution. I have had the distinct privilege of appearing before him on several occasions, and each time I have been deeply impressed by the depth of his legal acumen. What stands out most is his remarkable ability to translate the pain and anguish of a party into a precise legal issue worthy of judicial consideration. My lord, every time a lawyer approached you carrying the pain and struggle of their client, you would take their words, however raw or unshaped, and help them find the core of the issue, the crux of the justice that needed to be addressed. With quiet encouragement, you would grant them time, allowing them to return better prepared, not just to argue a case, but to truly grow into the role of an advocate. In doing so, you did not merely dispense justice, you nurtured the very spirit of the bar. You have imparted to the new generation a profound lesson in the value of patient hearing. I am personally aware of the compassion with which your lordship made efforts to find ways to curb the suicides by students, particularly preparing in coaching institutes. My appearances before your lordship gives me first-hand knowledge to the breadth of your lordship's experience and your lordship's ability to navigate complex intersections of procedural and substantive law with clarity and precision. The greatest virtue in a judge lies in knowing the full breadth of powers vested in him, yet choosing to exercise those powers with restraint, always within the four corners of constitution and law. True knowledge empowers one not to wield authority recklessly, but to temper it with wisdom, caution, and deep commitment to justice. In this regard, my lord has been a living testimony. I am sure that those who shared bench with your lordship must have learnt a lot as a judge. His judgments, etched with legal proficiency and a profound respect for constitutional principles and rights of every individual. He has also been committed to bringing reforms both inside and outside the institution, whether it was digitization of records, enabling better access to legal service authority, or pursuing social justice for those who truly needed it, like victims of sexual assault, physically handicapped, or students of impressionable age. My lord, the honor, my lord, My Lord Justice Chandrashekhar was born on 25th May 1965 and his journey in law began at one of the nation's premier institutions, the Campus Law Center, University of Delhi, from where he completed his LLB in 1993. Thereafter, he was enrolled as an advocate with the Delhi State Bar Council on 9 December 93 and commenced a rich and diverse legal practice in Delhi. What distinguishes Justice Chandrasekhar is not merely the breadth of his work, but the depth of it. In nearly 2 decades of practice, he appeared in thousands of cases, predominantly before the Supreme Court of India, a feat that reflects his relentless dedication, deep legal insight, and immense trust reposed in him by clients and institutions alike. His name finds mention in hundreds of reported judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, each a testament of his persuasive advocacy and command over legal principles. He served as standing counsel for various organizations, and this wide-ranging representation speaks to both his versatility and credibility. On the 17th January 2013, he was elevated as an additional judge of High Court of Jharkhand and was made permanent on 27 June 2014. His tenure at Jharkhand High Court was marked by a quiet dignity and deep commitment to the constitutional values. In December 2023, he was entrusted with the responsibility of being the acting Chief Justice of the High Court of Jharkhand, yet another mark of immense faith reposed in his leadership and judicial acumen. He joined us in Rajasthan High Court on 5th July 2024, a relatively short stay, yet one that has left a lasting imprint. Justice Chandrasekhar brought to this court not just his scholarship, but a rare grace. His courtroom was marked by composure and clarity, qualities that inspired confidence in the bar and lent dignity to the bench. In matters before him, he displayed a keen sensitivity to the human conditions behind every file, every pleading. His judgments have balanced the scales of law and equity with precision. His command over and knowledge of law and legal principles is evident in his judgments and in the way he conducts his court. Insistence for arguing a case, if listed with a smile, outlines the need for members of the bar to be prepared with the matter in every situation. His commitment to legal awareness of masses clearly reflected in the work he has been doing as chairman, Rajasthan Legal Service Authority. He now proceeds to the Bombay High Court, one of the oldest and most prestigious high courts of the country, and we believe that the people of Maharashtra will now benefit for the wisdom and fairness that have become the hallmarks of his judicial approach. Honorable Mr. Justice Monga Monga's journey has been one of deep commitment, sincerity, and scholarly excellence. Born into family rooted in judicial values, he completed his school education in Punjab, where his father served as a judicial officer and ultimately retired from superior judicial services. The values of fairness, discipline, and public service were instilled in him from a young age. He earned his BSc from DAV College, Chandigarh, with first division and was honored with the college color, a testament to both his academic and extracurricular brilliance. Thereafter, he pursued law from Punjab University, Chandigarh, again graduating with first division. Even while immersed in legal studies, he found joy in teaching chemistry at a school in Chandigarh, a rare blend of science, law, and service. Justice Monga began his legal practice in 1991 at the Punjab and Haryana High Court. By the late 1990s, he had shifted west to Delhi, where he practiced for nearly 2 decades. His practice spanning both litigation and corporate advisory work. His professional repertoire was complemented by his global exposure. He traveled widely across India and abroad, often combining professional pursuits with personal enrichment. A man of many interests, Justice Monga is an avid trekker, reader, music lover, runner, cyclist, and a lifelong nature enthusiast. His energy, both on and off the bench, has always been inspiring. Justice Monga was elevated to the bench as a judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court in October 2018, and in November 2023 he joined us at Rajasthan High Court. In this relatively short span at this honorable court, he earned immense respect not only for his judicial craftsmanship, but also for warmth and humility he brought to his role. His judgments have been thoughtful, rooted in precedent, yet sensitive to the human stories behind the law. He believed deeply in listening before ruling and ensuring that courtroom remained a space of fairness, decorum, and justice. I have seen compassion of my Lord for those your lordship felt are being exploited and then ruling to find a solution for their problems. My lord is known for his quiet strength, procedural clarity, and a deep understanding of laws. To young lawyers, his courtroom was a place to learn, not through rebuke, but through structured discipline and the expectation of thorough preparation. As he now moves to Delhi High Court, we know that the institution will greatly benefit from his scholarly insight, diligence, and the sense of balance that he brings to every matter before him. The wide range of judgments all of your lordships have penned would always guide us in future. My Lord Chief Justice, my Lord Chandrashekhar, my Lord Justice Monga, all have come from mineral and water-rich lands, but they must not have found absence of these in this great state of Rajasthan. Rather, in addition thereto, they must have rejoiced the beauty of shifting sands, of Thar and invincible forts with rich cultural and colorful heritage. Our hospitality must have made your lordships to feel at home. The void created by your lordship's departure will be ever felt, and we will always remember your lordship. But we don't want your lordships to go, and the pleasant weather outside today also seems to request your lordships to stay. I, on behalf of State of Rajasthan, Government of Rajasthan, myself and my fellow law officers extend heartfelt gratitude for your time with us. We wish you all good health, continued strength, and many more years of distinguished imparting of justice. Farewell, my lords, and may your path be as noble and illuminating as the one you have traveled thus far. Thank you.
मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव जी एवं श्रीमती श्रीवास्तव जी, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री चंद्रशेखर जी एवं श्रीमती चंद्रशेखर, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा जी एवं श्रीमती मोंगा जी, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री संजीव प्रकाश शर्मा जी, राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के माननीय न्यायाधीशगण, श्री राजेंद्र प्रसाद महाधिवक्ता राजस्थान सरकार, श्री रत्नाराम ठोलिया अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री आनंद पुरोहित अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र सैंडल अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, श्री संदीप लोहाड़िया अध्यक्ष द बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्तागण, रजिस्ट्री के सदस्यगण, अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों के पीठासीन अधिकारी, एवं बार के सम्मानित सदस्यगण एवं माननीय न्यायाधीश गणों के परिवारजन, आज हम सब इस न्यायालय के सम्मानित माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश श्री मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव को मद्रास उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में, न्यायाधीश श्री चंद्रशेखर जी को बॉम्बे उच्च न्यायालय न्यायाधीश के रूप में तथा न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा जी को दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में उनके स्थानांतरण की पूर्व संध्या पर विदाई देने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्रीवास्तव जी का जन्म 6 मार्च 1964 को बिलासपुर छत्तीसगढ़ में हुआ था। न्यायमूर्ति श्रीवास्तव ने अपने स्कूली शिक्षा बिलासपुर मेडल केआर लॉ कॉलेज बिलासपुर से प्राप्त की। 5 अक्टूबर 1987 को माननीय श्री न्यायमूर्ति श्रीवास्तव जी बार काउंसिल ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश के रोल पर एक अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामित हुए। इसके बाद जिला न्यायालय बिलासपुर और मध्य प्रदेश व छत्तीसगढ़ के उच्च न्यायालय में एक अधिवक्ता के रूप में अपनी प्रैक्टिस की शुरुआत की और संविधान कानून, सेवा कानून, श्रम कानून, नागरिक कानून आदि के क्षेत्र में अभ्यास किया। प्रैक्टिस के दौरान आप आयकर विभाग, नगर परिषद, रायपुर और छत्तीसगढ़ राज्य विद्युत संगठनों, निगमों आदि के लिए स्थायी वकील के रूप में रहे और रोटरी इंटरनेशनल से आप जुड़े रहे। माननीय श्री न्यायमूर्ति मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव जी का 31 जनवरी 2005 को वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामित किया गया। 10 दिसंबर 2009 को माननीय श्री न्यायमूर्ति मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव जी को छत्तीसगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के पद पर नियुक्त किया गया और 18 अक्टूबर 2021 को आपका स्थानांतरण राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में हुआ। 6 फरवरी 1924 को आपने राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ग्रहण की। आपके अथक प्रयास से प्लेटिनम जुबली प्रोग्राम बहुत ही सफल और प्रशंसनीय रहा। इस प्रोग्राम को राजस्थान हमेशा याद रखेगा। आपका राजस्थान में बहुत लंबा और सफल कार्यकाल रहा। न्यायिक रूप से आप बहुत ही प्रशंसनीय रहे। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री चंद्रशेखर जी का जन्म 25 मई 1965 को हुआ। उन्होंने वर्ष 1993 में दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के कैंपस लॉ सेंटर से LLB की डिग्री प्राप्त की और 9/12/1993 को दिल्ली राज्य बार काउंसिल में अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामित हुए। आपने दिल्ली में फौजदारी और दीवानी पक्षों में अपनी प्रैक्टिस शुरू की। विभिन्न न्यायालयों में अधिवक्ता के रूप में लगभग 19 वर्षों में अपने अभ्यास के दौरान उन्होंने लगभग 3500 मामलों का संचालन किया, जिनमें से अधिकांश भारत के सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में थे। सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के लगभग 140 ऐसे निर्णय हैं जिनमें वे अधिवक्ता के रूप में उपस्थित हुए। वे सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा परिषद और झारखंड राज्य के स्थायी अधिवक्ता थे। आप द्वारा बिहार राज्य आवास बोर्ड, बिहार राज्य प्रदूषण नियंत्रण बोर्ड, झारखंड राज्य विद्युत बोर्ड, भारतीय कृषि अनुसंधान परिषद और विभिन्न अन्य निगमों व संस्थानों का प्रतिनिधित्व किया। इसके अलावा आप निजी कंपनियों के लिए प्रतिधारित अधिवक्ता के रूप में रहे। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री चंद्रशेखर जी को 17/1/2013 को झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय रांची में अतिरिक्त न्यायाधीश और 27/2014 को झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय रांची के स्थायी न्यायाधीश के रूप में नियुक्त किया गया। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री चंद्रशेखर जी को 29/12/2023 से झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय के माननीय कार्यवाहक मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में नियुक्त किया गया। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री चंद्रशेखर जी का राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरण दिनांक 5/7/2024 को न्यायाधीश के रूप में हुआ। आप जैसे विद्वान न्यायाधीश का मार्गदर्शन राजस्थान के अधिवक्ताओं को मिला, ये हमारे लिए बड़े सौभाग्य की बात है। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री अरुण मोंगा जी का जन्म 21 दिसंबर 1968 को हुआ। उन्होंने अपनी स्कूली शिक्षा पंजाब में पूर्ण की, जहां उनके पिताजी न्यायिक अधिकारी के रूप में कार्य थे और बाद में सुपीरियर जुडिशियल सर्विसेज से सेवानिवृत्त हुए। न्यायमूर्ति श्री अरुण मोंगा जी ने DAV कॉलेज चंडीगढ़ से प्रथम श्रेणी BSc की उपाधि प्राप्त की। पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय चंडीगढ़ में प्रथम श्रेणी से विधि स्नातक की उपाधि प्राप्त की। न्यायमूर्ति श्री अरुण मोंगा जी 1991 में पंजाब एवं हरियाणा बार काउंसिल में अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामांकित हुए एवं आपने चंडीगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय में अधिवक्ता के रूप में वकालत शुरू की। वर्ष 1997-98 में दिल्ली में आपने प्रैक्टिस शुरू की, जहां पर आपने 20 वर्षों तक वकालत की और आपने दिनांक 29 अक्टूबर 2028 को दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ली। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री अरुण मोंगा जी का राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में राजस्थान स्थानांतरण दिनांक 1/11/2023 को न्यायाधीश के रूप में हुआ। आपके सामने कभी मुकदमा में पैरवी करने का मौका तो नहीं मिला, लेकिन माननीय जब भी जोधपुर गया तो आपकी प्रत्येक अधिवक्ता से तारीफ सुनने का मौका जरूर मिला। आप जहां भी जाएं आपकी प्रशंसा अधिवक्ता समुदाय ऐसे ही करे, ऐसी हम आशा करते हैं। माननीय आप द्वारा जो हर संभव सहायता प्रदान की है, जो कि एक संस्था और न्यायाधीश से अपने संवैधानिक दायित्वों के निर्वहन में से अपेक्षा करते हैं। माननीय आप बार और बेंच में इतने ऊंचे पद पर आसीन होने के बाद भी कोर्ट के अंदर और बाहर हमेशा आपका व्यवहार विनम्र रहा है। माननीय आप सभी के स्थानांतरण पर मैं अपनी ओर से और बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान के समस्त सदस्यों की ओर से आपको शुभकामनाएं व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान के अध्यक्ष होने के नाते एवं राजस्थान के सभी अधिवक्ताओं की ओर से हृदय की गहराइयों से आपके समृद्ध और कीर्तिमान भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं व्यक्त करता हूं।
माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश श्री मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव साहब, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री एस चंद्रशेखर साहब, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा साहब, माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री संजीव प्रकाश शर्मा साहब, राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के सभी माननीय न्यायाधीशगण, श्री राजेंद्र प्रसाद जी, महाधिवक्ता राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय, श्री भुवनेश शर्मा, चेयरमैन बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान, श्री आनंद जी पुरोहित, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र जी शांडिल्य, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, श्री संदीप लोहाड़िया, अध्यक्ष दी बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्तागण, उच्च न्यायालय के रजिस्ट्री के अधिकारीगण, अधीनस्थ न्यायालय के पीठासीन अधिकारीगण, उपस्थित सभी सामान्य अधिवक्ता बंधुओं और उपस्थित माननीय न्यायालय के परिवारजन, आज माननीय उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधिपति श्री MM श्रीवास्तव साहब का स्थानांतरण मुख्य न्यायाधिपति मद्रास उच्च न्यायालय में और माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री एस चंद्रशेखर साहब का स्थानांतरण बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट एवं माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा साहब का दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरण होने से आज आप संवैधानिक परंपराओं के अनुरूप अपने संवैधानिक दायित्वों का निर्वाह करते स्थानांतरित होने पर हम सभी यहाँ उन्हें विदाई देने हेतु उपस्थित हुए हैं। विदाई का पल सौतेई वातावरण को गंभीर बना देता है और इसका स्वाभाविक असर हर प्रकार से यहाँ प्रतिनिधित हो रहा है। माननीय श्री MM श्रीवास्तव साहब, माननीय श्री चंद्रशेखर साहब एवं माननीय मोंगा साहब का व्यक्तित्व किसी परिचय का मोहताज नहीं है, तथापि आपके राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में आपके न्यायिक काल एवं आपके जीवन पर प्रकाश डालना आवश्यक समझता हूँ। श्री MM श्रीवास्तव साहब का जन्म 6 मार्च 1964 को बिलासपुर में शिक्षा विद्या और अधिवक्ता परिवार में हुआ। 12वीं कक्षा उत्तीर्ण करने के पश्चात बाद आपने विज्ञान में स्नातक की उपाधि प्राप्त की और लॉ कोर्स प्रवेश लिया। मेधावी प्रदर्शन के सम्मान में आपको GGD विद्यालय अध्ययन बोर्ड एवं शैक्षणिक परिषद में सदस्य नामित किया। विधि अध्ययन में मेरिट के क्रम में आप प्रथम स्थान पर रहे और विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा आपको गोल्ड मेडल से सम्मानित किया। विधि की स्नातक के पश्चात आप माननीय ने 1987 में मध्य प्रदेश बार काउंसिल में अधिवक्ता के रूप में पंजीयन करवाकर विधि व्यवसाय का शुभारंभ किया। आपने अपने चाचा जी के मार्गदर्शन में 1 वर्ष के लिए जिला न्यायालय रायगढ़ में वकालत की। तत्पश्चात आपने मध्य प्रदेश उच्च न्यायालय की मुख्य पीठ जबलपुर में विधि व्यवसाय अपने बड़े भाई साहब, जो कि मध्य प्रदेश उच्च न्यायालय के वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता और संवैधानिक मामला में अग्रणी अधिवक्ताओं में से एक थे, के साथ विधि व्यवसाय प्रारंभ किया। आप माननीय ने संवैधानिक श्रम एवं सेवा, शिक्षा, स्थानीय कानून, चुनाव आदि मामला में महारत हासिल की। आप माननीय ने वर्ष 2000 में नवगठित छत्तीसगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरित हुए एवं छत्तीसगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय में आयकर विभाग, राज्य विद्युत बोर्ड, विश्वविद्यालय विकास प्राधिकरण, निगमों, कंपनियां आदि के लिए पैनल के रूप में काम किया। वर्ष 2005 में आप माननीय को वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामित किया गया और 10 दिसंबर 2009 को माननीय छत्तीसगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ग्रहण की। आप माननीय छत्तीसगढ़ राज्य न्यायिक अकादमी के अध्यक्ष, छत्तीसगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय कंप्यूटर समिति, किशोर न्याय समिति, न्यायिक सेवा चयन समिति आदि के सदस्य रहे। दिनांक 18 अक्टूबर 2021 को आप माननीय का स्थानांतरण माननीय उच्च न्यायालय राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में हुआ। माननीय राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में आप माननीय राज्य विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण के कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष, राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के प्रशासनिक न्यायाधीश और राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय कार्यवाहक मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में सेवाएं प्रदान की। तत्पश्चात आप माननीय दिनांक 6 फरवरी 2024 को राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ग्रहण की। माननीय श्री MM श्रीवास्तव साहब हमारे मुख्य रहे तथा जब भी बार से संबंधित किसी भी मामले को आपके समक्ष रखा तो आपने हमेशा बार के हितार्थ आदेश दिए। आप सहृदय व्यक्तित्व के धनी हैं। आपके संबंध अधिवक्ताओं के साथ हमेशा मधुर रहे। आपके कार्यकाल में न्याय जगत में विशिष्ट एवं अनुकरणीय कार्य हुए, जिसके लिए बार एसोसिएशन आपका हमेशा आभारी रहेगी। लगभग 4 वर्ष की अवधि तक राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश एवं मुख्य न्यायाधीश रहते हुए कई महत्वपूर्ण प्रकरणों में निर्णय पारित किए, जो कई न्यायिक पत्रिकाओं में प्रकाशित हो चुके हैं। आपने अपने कार्यकाल में जो प्लेटिनम जुबली कार्यक्रम जो किया, उसके लिए राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय आपका हमेशा आभारी रहेगा। जो आपने हाइट और स्टेज दिया है राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय को, उसको पूरा भारत आज याद कर रहा है। आज वरिष्ठ न्यायाधीश श्री एस चंद्रशेखर साहब का स्थानांतरण बॉम्बे उच्च न्यायालय में होने से परंपरा अनुसार विदाई देने हेतु उपस्थित हैं। माननीय श्री चंद्रशेखर साहब के जीवन वृत्तांत में संक्षिप्त में अवगत करना चाहूँगा। श्री चंद्रशेखर साहब का जन्म 25 मई 1965 को हुआ। आपने 1993 में दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से कैंपस लॉ सेंटर से LLB डिग्री ली और 9/12/93 को दिल्ली राज्य बार काउंसिल में एक अधिवक्ता के रूप में नामित हुए। आपने दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय में आपराधिक या सिविल दोनों पक्ष में अपना अभ्यास प्रारंभ किया। आपने विभिन्न न्यायालयों में एक अधिवक्ता के तौर पर लगभग 19 वर्षों तक वकालत के पेशे में लगभग 3,500 मामलों का संचालन किया, जिसमें से ज्यादातर भारत के सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में थे। सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के लगभग 140 ऐसे फैसले हैं जिनमें वे सॉलिसिटर जनरल के रूप में उपस्थित हुए। आप सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा परिषद और झारखंड राज्य के स्थायी अधिवक्ता थे। आपने बिहार राज्य आवास बोर्ड, बिहार राज्य प्रदूषण नियंत्रण बोर्ड, झारखंड राज्य विद्युत बोर्ड, भारतीय कृषि अनुसंधान परिषद और विभिन्न अन्य निगम संस्थाओं का प्रतिनिधित्व किया। आप माननीय 17 जनवरी 2013 को झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय रांची के अतिरिक्त न्यायाधीश के रूप में नियुक्त हुए और 27 जून 2014 को झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय रांची के स्थायी न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ली। दिनांक 29 दिसंबर 2023 को से झारखंड उच्च न्यायालय से कार्यवाहक मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में नियुक्त रहे। तत्पश्चात आप माननीय राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरित हुए और दिनांक 5 जुलाई 2024 को राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में शपथ ली। आप माननीय एक मधुरभाषी, मिलनसार, हसमुख स्वभाव और शायद व्यक्ति धनी है। राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के वरिष्ठ न्यायाधीश के तौर पर श्रीमान के संबंध अधिवक्ता सदैव मधुर रहे हैं और श्रीमान ने युवा अधिवक्ता हमेशा प्रशंसित किया है। आज माननीय न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा साहब का स्थानांतरण दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय में होने से परंपरागत विधि देने हेतु उपस्थित हैं। माननीय मोंगा साहब की स्कूली शिक्षा पंजाब में हुई, जहां आपके पिताजी न्यायिक अधिकारी रूप में कार्यरत थे, जो बाद में सुपीरियर जुडिशियल सर्विस से सेवानिवृत्त हुए। मोंगा साहब ने चंडीगढ़ से DAV कॉलेज में प्रथम श्रेणी में BSc की और कॉलेज कलर की प्राप्त किया। तत्पश्चात आपने पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय चंडीगढ़ से प्रथम श्रेणी में कानून विषय में स्नातक की डिग्री प्राप्त की। आप माननीय ने कानूनी पढ़ाई के साथ साथ चंडीगढ़ में एक स्कूल में रसायन विज्ञान पढ़ने का भी अनुभव लिया। वर्ष 1991 में चंडीगढ़ उच्च न्यायालय में आपने प्रथम पीढ़ी के वकील के रूप में वकालत शुरू की। 97-98 में आपने प्रैक्टिस दिल्ली के स्थानांतरित कर दी, जहां आपने लगभग 20 वर्ष तक प्रैक्टिस की और अक्टूबर 2018 में दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधीश के रूप में आप शपथ ली। आप माननीय के मुख्यतः निजी क्षेत्र में संस्थागत वकील थे, जिसमें व्यक्तिगत वकील शामिल थे। न्यायिक दायित्वों के तहत आपने माननीय कॉर्पोरेट, लेन देन, गैर न्यायिक वादा पर सलाह दी। वकीलों का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हुए, चाहे वह बोर्ड रूम हो या कोर्ट रूम, विधि व्यवसाय में आपने हर दिन का समान रूप से प्रतिनिधित्व किया है। आप माननीय ने अपने पैसे के लिए मनोरंजन दोनों के लिए भारत और दुनिया में काफी यात्राएं की है। ट्रैकिंग, पढ़ना, संगीत, यात्रा, दौड़ना, साइकिल चलाना आपके शौक हैं। आप माननीय एक उत्साही खिलाड़ी और प्रकृति प्रेमी व्यक्ति धनी है। आपने ये दिखा दिया कि जज के साथ साथ खेल की भावना भी साथ होती है और आपने वो भी साथ साथ पूर्ण निभाया। दिनांक 1 नवंबर 2023 को राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरित हुए और राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में न्यायाधीश शपथ ली। माननीय राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के न्यायाधिपति काल में माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश श्री श्रीवास्तव साहब, वरिष्ठ न्यायाधीश श्री चंद्रशेखर साहब एवं माननीय श्री अरुण मोंगा साहब ने अपने न्यायिक दायित्वों का वहन संवैधानिक परंपरा के अनुरूप एवं न्यायिक परंपरा की अक्षर पालना करते हुए किया। न्यायालय की गरिमा को सदैव सर्वोपरि माना आपने। मुझे भी कुछ मामला श्रीमान के समय पेश पेरवी करने का अवसर मिला और हमेशा सभी माननीय का न्याय के प्रति रुझान अटूट पाया। श्री श्रीवास्तव साहब, वरिष्ठ चंद्रशेखर साहब और मोंगा साहब का व्यक्तित्व एवं व्यवहार अधिवक्ताओं के लिए चिरस्मरणीय रहेगा तथा अधिवक्ता समुदाय आपके लिए आपके साथ गुजर गए क्षण हमेशा प्रेरणादायक साबित होंगे। मैं अपनी ओर से तथा राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर की ओर से माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश श्री MM श्रीवास्तव साहब, वरिष्ठ न्यायाधीश श्री माननीय चंद्रशेखर साहब और न्यायाधीश श्री अरुण मोंगा साहब की उज्जवल भविष्य की शुभकामना करता हूँ और आने वाले समय श्रीमान के लिए मंगलमय सुखदेव प्रगति हो। नमस्कार।
Honorable Chief Justice Shree Manindra Mohan Shrivastava ji, Honorable Judge Shree Chandrashekhar ji, Honorable Judge Shree Arun Moga ji, Sri Rajendra Prasad, Advocate General Rajasthan, Sri Bhuvanesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Sri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocate Association, Sri Manindra Shandali, President, Rajasthan High Court, Bar Association, Jaipur. Sri Sandeep Lavadia, President, the Bar Association, Jaipur, learned senior advocate and officer of the registry. The member of Bar and family member of the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Arun Moga and Honorable Sri Chandrashekhar. We have assembled here to bid a warm, well, affectionate and farewell to the transfer of Honorable Justice Manindra Mohan Shrivastava as a Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Honorable Justice Sri Chandrashekhar as a Judge of the Bombay High Court, Honorable Sri Justice Sri Arun Moga, Judge Delhi High Court. Upon the transfer from the illustrious career of the Honorable Justice M.M. Srivastava, is a great jurist and exceptional integrity with profound wisdom on behalf of the Rajasthan Lawyer Association, the principal seat at Jodhpur. It is both of my honor that privilege to extend heartfelt gratitude and best wishes to your lordship. Like a sketch of the lordship shows that height which is ordinarily a man is humble, beginning and can be attained only by hard working and diligence. Born in the family of a educationist and lawyer, with the innate sense of responsibility and thrust knowledge of his lordship, earned the recognition of early in the legal career. His lordship ability and decide complex legal issue compelled with the unwavering commitment to equality and fairness, saw him raised through the rank with the admirable grace and elevated to the bench. His lordship brought with him a sense of purpose and deep understanding of the social implication of the judicial pronouncement. His lordship was designated as a senior advocate in 2005 and was elevated to the bench on 10th December 2009. Subsequently, the transfer of the Rajasthan High Court were he joined on 18 October 2021. His Lordship is executive member of State Legal Service Authority of the Administrative Judge and Court, Judge High Court and acting Chief Justice, subsequent acting Chief Justice. Subsequently, his Lordship took oath of the as a Chief Justice of Rajasthan High Court on 6 February 2024. Justice Benjamin said, the process of the justice is never finished, but the process itself is generation by generation is ever changing from forms. And today, as it in the past, and it called for the bravest and best. Likewise, Honorable Chief Justice M.M. Srivastava has the best, bravest, and best. His Lordship being seated on the highest pedestal of the bench. In Rajasthan, he left an everlasting impression on not only in the judiciary but also in the state of Rajasthan. To organizing a platinum jubilee in Rajasthan High Court of Rajasthan High Court 2024 under the leadership of and guidance of His Lordship. Being a team captain, he is a shining example of impression, and Lordship is persistent in efforts and unwavering commitment, where he key instrumental factor in making it a grand event of the Rajasthan and history of the India. For us, the member of the bar and your lordship has been more than just an heed and judiciary. You have been a mentor and guide and an unwavering torchbearer of the judicial property. Your openness and constructive dialogues in and designated courtroom, demure and our respect for independence of the bar and bar have earned the immense goodwill amongst advocates and across the generation. The Chief Justice have left an indelible mark on the remarkable landscape of the Rajasthan. On that shall be cherished, studied, and remembered the years together. The bar of the Rajasthan will be remain ever grateful for your dedication, your tireless service and legacy, integrity, and justice, and you have behind. As we bid farewell to Honorable Justice, Chief Justice M.M. Srivastava Sahab, we celebrate not just to illustrate his career, but the value he upheld and imparted. His lordship is commitment to the justice, fairness, and highest standard of the judicial conduct. We continue to inspire us. Your lordship will be continue inspire us while we will miss his presence on the bench. We are the confident that the contribution of the legal profession will be endure and guiding us for years to come. Honorable Justice Chandrashekhar, on his consequent of his transfer to the Bombay High Court, I am compelled to go down the memory of the lane, the rejuvenate and all learning that we have collected a short span of time during his association with his lordship. Being a saluting his lordship is braving unprecedented difficulties and challenge with his characteristic grace and guidance. His lordship is known for the using challenge, be professional and personal and stepping stone, an opportunity to sign, and taking it all to entire state and dealing with them in supersessing ease and envelope with his humility and simplicity and modesty and excellent in his work, and his lordships endured us. Born in 25th May 1965, his lordship is completed his LLB course from the Campus Law University, Delhi, in the 1993, and he was enrolled as advocate in Delhi State Bar Council. On 9 December, he started his practice Delhi on the both criminal and civil side. In the about 19 years of the practice as advocate, he conducted 3,500 cases, mostly in the Supreme Court of India, adding another milestone to his illustrious career of his, in this fact that there are about 140 reported judgment in the Supreme Court, which his lordship was appear as a counsel. His lordship was appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Jharkhand, Ranchi, on 17 January 2013, and permanent judge of Jharkhand High Court, Ranchi, on 27 June 1940. Subsequently, he was appointed Honorable Acting Chief Justice of the High Court of Jharkhand with effect from the 29 December 2023. Thereafter, his lordship was transferred to Rajasthan High Court and took oath on 5th June 2024. The tenure of his lordship here or Rajasthan left indelible imprint in a various field of the law, particularly in the area such constitutional law, criminal jurisprudence, and administrative law. The judgment have been lauded not only for their legal rigor, but also their sensitivity and eloping the need of the society. Time and again, his lordship is demonstrated his justice is not merely a concept, but living force that must be adapt to the explicit of the modern life. Justice Chandrasekhar was always uphold the noblest tradition of the judicial conduct. The bar, especially member of the bar and and shall be continue his recall. His Lordship presents patience of hearing matters of the courtesy and extended the counsel and human approach adopted by the sensitive matters. His Lordship work with left indelible impression and jurisprudence in our state. And I am certain that the same legacy will be enrich the bench at Bombay and whenever His Lordship visits. Honorable Justice Arun Mogaji, we gather here to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Arun Mogaji. The consequent upon the transfer of Delhi High Court, we are filled that with a mixed emotions and gratitude for having a had and privilege to appear before an exceptional judge and sense of loss, and we bid a farewell to His Lordship. His Lordship did his BSc from the DAV College, Chandigarh with first division, and His Lordship also awarded the college color. Thereafter, he graduated in the law in the first division from the Punjab University, Chandigarh. While studying his law, His Lordship enjoyed the teaching the chemistry subject in the School of Chandigarh. His Lordship started law practice in 1991. First generation of the lawyer in High Court, Chandigarh. Thereafter, he shifted to primary place of practice to Delhi in the 1997 and 98, where he practices for 20 years till he was shown as a judge October 2018. Thereafter, his lordship was transferred to Rajasthan High Court, Jodhpur, and took his oath on 1st January, November 2030. On behalf of the Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association, Jodhpur, indeed entire legal fraternity of the state, I raise with the deep sense of respect and administration of the express and heartfelt appreciation of the exemplary service and judicial grace of His Lordship brought to this bench. His Lordship has distinguished tenure marked by fairness, clarity of the thought and commitment to uphold the rule of the law. His Lordship's journey in the judiciary is one that inspire awe, the respect, and beginning the illustrious career as a lawyer and culminating and human compassion, embodying by very essence of justice. From very first day, the assuming the office of the Honorable Justice Arun Moga has stood a beacon, a integrity and discipline and wisdom. His Lordship courtroom has been space where the rule of the law was upheld with the awareness, the commitment where the lawyers, whether the senior or junior, were treated equally and dignity. And where the justice was not just delivered to be, but seen to be delivered. For the members of the bar, it is not easy to part with the judge who has always inspired a confidence, trust, and sense of fairness. We feel that both pride and sorrow. Pride is knowing that his lordship, his capability will be now Sir, justice in another jurisdiction, the sorrow because the Rajasthan shall miss one of the best judge and finest jurist. We wish your lordship to continue a success and good health and immense professional satisfaction in the new assignment. May your pen continue to be strengthened, a voice of the justice, and your presence will be continue to inspire us in the bar and bench whenever you go. On behalf of the Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association, would like to convey gratitude to Honorable Chief Justice Sri Manindra Mohan Shrivastava, Honorable Justice Chandrashekhar ji, Honorable Justice Arun Monga ji, memorable and commendable service to this High Court. We will be always fondly remember Honorable Lordship contribution to the rule of the law and to the High Court. Their absence will be felt deeply for all times to come for corridors of this High Court. We wish to brilliant and grand success for the Lordship and pray for the best and long wishes, long live and happy, prosperous and glorious future. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice M.M. Shrivastava Sahab and all respected judges of the Rajasthan High Court, Shri Rajendra Prasad ji, Advocate General State of Rajasthan, Shri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan Jodhpur, Shri Ratnaram Tholia, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association Jodhpur, Shri Anand Purohit, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association Jodhpur, Shri Sandeep Lohadiya, President the Bar Association Jaipur, and family members of the respected judges, members of the bar, and dear friends. Today we gather here to bid farewell to our three judges, Honorable the Chief Justice M.M. Shrivastava Sahib, Honorable Justice Shri Chandrashekhar Sahib, and Honorable Justice Arun Monga ji, as they move on to their new assignments in their respective high courts. My lords, your tenure here have been marked by humility, grace, and unwavering commitment to the cause of justice. Your courtrooms have been spaces where both young and senior members of the bar felt heard, respected, and encouraged to express themselves freely. Your patient hearing, balanced approach, and clarity of thought have left a lasting impression on the entire legal fraternity. We have witnessed time and again how each of you ensured that justice was not only done, but was also seen to be done. Your judgments have reflected sensitively, sound legal reasoning, and practical wisdom, instilling confidence among litigants and advocates alike. Your punctuality, discipline, and dedication have set exemplary standards for all of us. Your consistent efforts to expedite matters, promote mediation where appropriate, and mentor young advocates have further strengthened the bond between the bench and the bar. During your tenure at the Rajasthan High Court, the courtroom atmosphere was enriched with positivity, mutual respect, and purposeful engagement. For this, the members of the bar remain deeply grateful. I, on my behalf and on behalf of the Rajasthan High Court Bar Association Jaipur, your lordship will always remain in our hearts and deep respect and warm affection. We look forward to welcoming you back whenever you visit us in the future. Thank you.
Great.
माननीय न्यायाधिपति संजीव प्रसाद शर्मा जी, श्री राजेंद्र प्रसाद जी, एडवोकेट जनरल साहब राजस्थान, भुवनेश शर्मा जी, चेयरमैन बार काउंसिल ऑफ राजस्थान, रत्नाराम टोलिया जी, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री आनंद पुरोहित जी, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट लॉयर्स एसोसिएशन जोधपुर, श्री महेंद्र शांडिल जी, अध्यक्ष राजस्थान हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर, न्यायमूर्ति श्री चंद्रशेखर साहब, न्यायमूर्ति अरुण मोगा जी, रजिस्ट्री के सदस्य एवं बार के सदस्यगण, आज ये अवसर हमारे लिए अत्यंत भावुक और गर्वपूर्ण है कि आज राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधिपति श्री M.M. श्रीवास्तव साहब, न्यायाधिपति श्री चंद्रशेखर जी एवं न्यायाधिपति श्री अरुण मोगा जी राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में अपने लंबे समय तक न्यायिक कर्तव्यों का निष्पादन करने के बाद क्रमशः मुख्य न्यायाधिपति मद्रास उच्च न्यायालय, न्यायाधिपति बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट एवं न्यायाधिपति दिल्ली उच्च न्यायालय में स्थानांतरित होकर अपने न्यायिक कर्तव्यों का निष्पादन करेंगे। न्याय के मंदिर से चले आज तीनों सितारे, जिनके फैसलों में रहे सच्चाई के इशारे, कर्तव्य निष्ठा, ज्ञान और सेवा की मिसाल रखी, जिन्होंने हमेशा रखा न्याय का ख्याल। विदाई तो बस एक पल की कहानी है, आपकी न्याय यात्रा में राजस्थान की अमिट गौरवपूर्ण निशानी है। बहुत कुछ ज्यादा सब मेरे पूर्व वक्ताओं ने बोल दिया। माननीय न्यायाधिपति मनिंद्र मोहन श्रीवास्तव साहब, आपने अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों के प्रति जो अपना रुख रखा है, उसके लिए जितनी भी अधीनस्थ न्यायालय है वो आपका तहे दिल से सम्मान करती है कि आपने अधीनस्थ न्यायालयों को जितनी सुविधा देनी चाहिए थी उतनी सुविधा दी। और साथ में न्याय के क्षेत्र में जो आपने एक नए आयाम स्थापित किए, उसके लिए हम सब आपके हरदम ऋणी रहेंगे। साथ में न्यायमूर्ति अरुण मोगा साहब और न्यायमूर्ति चंद्रशेखर साहब, आपका जो टेनओवर निकला वो बहुत अच्छा निकला। आप तीनों माननीय न्यायाधिपति गण के स्थानांतरण होकर भिन्न भिन्न न्यायालयों में मुख्य न्यायाधिपति एवं न्यायाधीश के रूप में अपने न्यायिक कार्यों के लिए प्रतिस्थापित होने पर दी बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर की ओर से आपको हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आप सभी ने जिस समर्पण, ईमानदारी और न्यायप्रिय दृष्टि से न्यायिक कार्य किया है, वह हम सबके लिए पथ प्रदर्शक रहेगा। हम सभी दी बार एसोसिएशन जयपुर व उसके समस्त सदस्यों की ओर से आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की उत्तरोत्तर प्रगति की शुभकामना देते हैं। न्याय की सीमा में समर्पित आपकी यात्रा आगे भी नई ऊंचाई प्राप्त करे, यह हमारी मंगल कामना है। साथ ही आप सभी राजस्थान का नाम रोशन करते हुए माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय को नामांकित हो, ऐसी शुभकामना से कामना करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Honorable the Chief Justice, esteemed brother and sister judges, learned Advocate General, learned Chairman Bar Council, respected senior members of the bar, learned law officers representing the union and the state, learned presidents of all the bar associations both at Jodhpur and Jaipur, other worthy elected representatives of the bar associations, learned members of the bar, and especially the young members of the legal fraternity, which I see here all gathered today, and ladies and gentlemen. There are moments in life when the heart speaks before the mind even crafts a sentence. For me, this is one of those moments. Such has been the overwhelming love and affection I received here during my short stay. When I first arrived in Jodhpur, I came with a sense of solemn duty. And I must say, I also came with a suitcase packed with uncertainty. To leave behind the familiar rhythms of one's parent high court, and step into new judicial and cultural milieu is not a small transition. And yet, within days, not weeks, I came to realize something truly remarkable. And that is, Rajasthan has a way of making one feel at home almost instantly. There is a quiet dignity that permeates this land. It does not assert its pride loudly, nor does it wear its legacy on its sleeve. Yet every corner here resonates with history, and every interaction with any Rajasthani, be it within the court or outside, reflects a unique blend of courtesy and conviction. That, to me, is the real essence of true culture to be so proud of. In my time here, I've come to understand that Jodhpur is not merely a place, it's a presence. It has a way of embedding itself into your identity. The city, its people, the quaint town, the legal fraternity leave a lasting imprint well beyond the confines of the courtroom, or even if the last case is called out in the cause list. Since being sworn in here on 1st of November 2023, I have been filled with both pride and gratitude. It was the year of Platinum Jubilee celebrations of this High Court, of which I have been proud part. Long before my transfer here, my friends who had been serving or had served in this court often told me that if I were ever to be transferred from the parent High Court, Rajasthan High Court would be the best destination one could ask for. Having had the privilege of serving here, I can now wholeheartedly endorse that sentiment. From the very beginning, I was embraced with indescribable warmth by my brother and sister judges, not as a newcomer, but as a member of the family, and in the most organic way. Their camaraderie has been reassuring, and it has been equally inspiring. The support and friendship I received on the bench, present and absent, I offer my sincere appreciation for the cooperation I got here. I must also apologize to those whom I may have hurt unwittingly. The intent was never to do so with deliberate intent or to disrespect any member of the bar, as it was my way of seeking better assistance from you. The cooperation extended by the Bar Association has been instrumental in enabling me to discharge my duties far more effectively. I acknowledge that some of I acknowledge that some may have initially received me with certain reservation, being skeptical about my behavior, but that's very natural. But regardless, I'm deeply touched by the trust and support that soon followed. Your collective assistance has enriched my time on the bench. Mr. Purohit, on a lighter note, the president, in his inimitable style, used to often tell me whenever he would meet me that you are a material for someplace else. I don't know what he meant by it. I always took it with a pinch of salt, but well, I hope I have not disappointed him. And I do hope that I haven't entirely failed the assessment of the other members of the bar. And I trust your good wishes shall continue to accompany me, as mine most certainly shall follow all of you. This journey in Jodhpur has been transformative in many ways. I took this opportunity to relearn written Hindi. Spoken, I'm very good at. It has been truly very humbling and valuable experience. And I must confess, I've had to lean on the wisdom and guidance of the learned councils to explain the Hindi documents and the finer nuances of some of the Hindi words, which literally sounded to me like Latin. As for Marwadi, I'm still grappling with it. It's very easy to mislead me on that. But every day brought with it joy of learning something new. As I prepare to turn the page and embrace the new chapter, I do not bid farewell, as I'm merely leaving with extreme fondness for this court to represent us all in Delhi. The memories I carry from this court will remain etched in my heart. I leave not with parting, but with pride, and wherever I go, I shall say with great affection and humility, I served as a judge of Rajasthan High Court and at Jodhpur. Before I close, allow me to express special gratitude to my court staff. I used to call them Team 8. I used to sit in court number 8, so I had formed a WhatsApp group of Team 8, which includes Mr. Sanjay Fofalia, the senior most secretary, Mr. Rakesh Mathur, Mr. Ashwini Chauhan, Sushil Mahecha ji, Surinder Bora ji, the court master, Rakesh Kalla, Sumit Sharma, Jitendra Rana, Dhananjay Sharma, Yogesh Kumar, and Dilip, the home guard, who used to be running around all the time, gathering files from one corner to the other. And special thank you to Pappu Dharubaj, my Jamada. His name sounds like Dharubaj, but he never drinks. So I used to jokingly call him Dharubaj. Of course, he is Dharubaj though, but he reminds me of the famous character Johnny Walker from Bollywood. You know that Johnny Walker somehow was funnily named Johnny Walker because in every movie almost he used to get the role of a drunk. So Johnny Walker was the perhaps most sold whiskey or known whiskey. So they named him Johnny Walker. His real name was something else. So and like Johnny Walker, he never drank, but he always acted drunk. He always acted drunk. He would always take me to the wrong side of the high court. So I used to always tell me, why can't you take me straight? Anyways, so special thank you to my law researchers, Shachi and Divya. Thank you to them all who stood by me with patience and diligence. I'm deeply indebted. I know the hours they kept working well past midnight until dawn so that we could maintain the high standards this institute demands. Without their unflagging dedication, much of what we achieved together would not have been possible. And I also must thank my two PSOs, Sunil Dutt and Ram Khiladi. They served me with unflinching dedication. And also thank you to the staff at my camp office, Jatinder, Kanhaiya, Kiran, Ganpat, Jagdish, Sitaram, Prabhudyal, and Anup Singh. And of course, special thanks to my gardener, Vijay Raj, for keeping the bungalow in always the most immaculate condition. And in the end, I would also like to give my special sense of gratitude and thank you to two persons in particular. One is Ram Khiladi, my PSO, and the other is Jatinder, who would not only cook food but also sing songs for me. Without them, life would not have been same in Jodhpur. And thank you to all of you once again for the kindness, for the camaraderie, and above all, for the faith you have reposed in me. May we all continue to serve the cause of justice with integrity and passion and compassion, and may this court continue to be prouder and prouder of its ever-growing legacy. Jai Hind, may the Almighty continue to guide us and bless us all. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice M.M. Shrivastava, esteemed sisters and respected brother judges, most respected gracious madams, family members of the Honorable Judges, particularly Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Rajendra Prasad, the learned Advocate General, Sri Bhuvnesh Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of Rajasthan, Ratnaram Tholia ji, President Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association, Sri Anand Purohit ji, President Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association, Sri Mahendra Sandilya ji, President Rajasthan High Court Bar Association Jaipur, Sri Sandeep Luharia ji, President the Jaipur Bar Association, the learned Advocate Generals, Sri Rajesh Pawar ji, Sri Mahavir Vishnoi ji, Sri Sajjan Singh Rathore ji, Sri Narendra Singh Rat Purohit ji, Sri S.S. Ladrecha ji, Sri I.R. Chaudhary ji, Sri Nathu Singh Rathore ji, Sri Deepak Chaudhary ji, other additional advocates general at Jaipur, the law officers, the respected senior advocates, Sri M.S. Singhvi ji, Sri G.R. Punia ji, Sri Manish Shoshodia ji, Sri J.S. Chaudhary ji, Sri Vikas Walia ji, esteemed members of the bar, Registrar General, other registrars of the High Court and officers of the registry, Member Secretary Ralsa, Director, Judicial Academy, Peers to Honorable the Chief Justice, Law Secretary, ladies and gentlemen. With a sense of profound gratitude, while I prepare to leave this great institution, the High Court of Rajasthan, I remember my experience here in the pursuit of justice. Here I served for more than 1 year and witnessed the transformational history of this High Court, which defines the very essence of the judicial system. Beginning with just 11 judges on 29 August 1949, this High Court has made considerable contributions to the development of law. The present strength of 50 judges is a testament of remarkable evolution of judicial delivery system in the state. The historical significance of this institution represents the successful integration of diverse legal traditions from the former princely states into unified system of justice. The High Court had to harmonize the customary laws of various kingdoms, the administrative practices of different rulers, and the emerging requirements of a democratic republic. This process of legal integration was not merely technical, but represented a broader social transformation. In this journey, the High Court faced challenges to its identity and manifold turbulences, but this institution grew in strength and marched towards the road to justice. It is with great pride that I can say today about the remarkable achievements of this High Court in speedy disposal of cases. In the last 2 years, disposal of the cases has been quite amazing, considering the working strength of the High Court. A total of 4,13,411 cases were disposed of in the High Court. Even the subordinate courts were following the footsteps of the High Court and disposed of 34,04,067 cases. This indeed shows the tireless efforts of my esteemed sisters and brother judges, and of course, the active cooperation of the bar members and the dedication of the judicial staff. In this march towards greater glory, the High Court adopted technological innovations, e-filing system, virtual hearing, and digital case management. Feeling a sense of achievement, I may tell you that Rajasthan is one of the first states in the country where all courts have the facility of CCTNS generated copies of FIRs in the CIS along with a scanned copy of the report and its enclosures. May this institution continue to flourish and serve as a guardian of justice for generations to come. May the principles we have upheld together continue to guide all who serve within these walls. And may the sacred trust placed in us by the people of this great land continue to inspire us to reach greater heights of service and dedication. It is an absolute honor for me that I served the judiciary for more than 12 years as a judge. On 5th July 2024, when I took oath of at Rajasthan High Court, little did I know was that I would have such an unforgettable and transformative experience on the bench. It shall always be a cherished memory and golden chapter in my professional journey that I will carry with me wherever my judicial duties take me. In a short span of time, I received tremendous warmth and affection from both bar as well as bench, for which I am deeply and eternally grateful. The time I spent in this High Court has been one of the immense professional and personal growth. I have had the privilege of working alongside the Honorable Chief Justice, my learned brothers and sisters, whose wisdom and dedication inspired me and guided through every challenge and opportunity. The role of a judge extends far beyond merely interpreting laws and statutes. We are called upon to uphold the values that breathe life into our democracy, equality, fairness, and justice. Every decision made from the bench must reflect these ideals, and there must be the highest sense of responsibility, independence, and compassion in our all deliberations. Our judgments must reflect legal principle and constitutional values and not the popular sentiments. The courts are now seen not merely as the institutions for adjudication, but as facilitators of social transformation, guardians of rights, and protectors of human dignity. The judiciary is increasingly expected to interpret the Constitution in a manner that reflects the living realities of the people. In this evolving landscape, a judge must not only be a scholar of law, but also a custodian of compassion, reason, and balance. The Indian judiciary stands as one of the most remarkable institutions in the world, tracing its roots back to ancient times, when justice was administered under the sacred banyan tree. The Constitution of India is a modern legal framework that governs the world's largest democracy. Despite its contemporary form and global influences, the Indian Constitution is deeply connected to the country's ancient legal heritage, and the foundational values of justice, equity, duty, and governance continue to rejuvenate constitutional principles. The establishment of the Supreme Court of India and its journey from January 26, 1950, with Chief Justice Kania and 7 other judges, was not merely the establishment of a court. It was the birth of hope for millions who had aspired of justice without fear or favor. The High Courts, as the principal seat of justice in the states, became the pillars upon which the entire edifice of justice would rest. The Constitution of India, our sacred covenant, stands as one of the most enduring achievements of our democracy. This is not just a legal text, but a living promise, a sacred contract between the state and its citizens, between power and responsibility, between freedom and accountability. Its strength lies not in rigid adherence to the past, but in its remarkable adaptability to meet the challenges of each generation. When the framers of our Constitution assembled to draft this document, they were not crafting a mere legal code. Rather, they were shaping a nation's destiny, weaving together the dreams and aspirations of millions who had struggled for freedom. The pursuit of justice today is not only about resolution of disputes, it is about ensuring that law remains a vehicle of hope, fairness, and societal progress. A courtroom should be a sanctuary where dignity is never diminished, rather the law is firm but fair, and where every litigant, regardless of power or position, feels genuinely heard and respected. The bar and the bench are like two sides of the same coin, inseparable but essential to the administration of justice. They work hand in hand to uphold the rule of law and are like the wheels of the chariot that moves the social justice delivery system. The bar in the Rajasthan High Court comprises some of the most dedicated legal minds in the profession, from the wisdom of senior advocates who spent decades mastering their craft to the fresh enthusiasm of the younger generation who brings new perspective and energy in the courtrooms. The senior advocates are the pillars of the legal profession. Their experience, wisdom, and deep understanding of legal principles provide stability and continuity to the profession. They serve not just as senior advocates, but as mentors, guides, and custodians of professional values. The younger generation here have adopted technological changes and are aware of contemporary social issues and willing to challenge established practices where necessary. This generational dynamism is necessary for continued evolution and the relevance of the legal profession. Young advocates often encounter various hurdles during their initial days of practice, facing challenges that can seem overwhelming, but they should remember that in such situations, confidence becomes key to success. At the same time, they must also remember that between a lack of confidence and overconfidence lies a delicate art of courtroom advocacy, a skill that requires years of practice and continuous refinement. Confidence in the courtroom is not about arrogance. It is all about thorough preparation, clear thinking, and respectful presentation. The courtroom advocacy requires presenting arguments convincingly, engaging meaningfully and professionally with the court, and crafting a cohesive and persuasive narrative that can convince the court with the merits of the case. My dear young members of the bar, develop your communication abilities, both written and oral. Write clearly, avoid unnecessary legal jargons, and develop confidence in oral advocacy. One of the most important skills that you should develop is the research skill, which is crucial in the modern legal environment. Learn to use legal database effectively, understand how to trace the evolution of legal principles, and develop the ability to find the relevant precedents. The most effective advocates are those who engage constructively with their opponent while zealously representing their client's interest. In your eagerness to establish yourself in the profession, never compromise on basic principles. Honesty with your clients, candor before court, and dealing ethically with the colleagues. Your role as an advocate extends beyond mere representation in the courtroom. You are also a counselor and advisor to your clients. Counseling duty requires you to help clients understand not just their legal rights, but also their moral and practical obligations. Sometimes the best legal advice may be to encourage your client to pursue non-legal solutions to their problems. Ethical client counseling means being honest about the strengths and weaknesses of a client's case, discussing alternative approaches to resolving disputes, and helping clients make informed decisions about their legal rights. At this moment, I look back with profound respect and heartfelt thankfulness towards the mentors who shaped my career and character throughout this journey. They taught me not only the technical nuances of law, but more importantly, the fundamental values that underpin our noble profession. It was the valuable guidance and mentorship of Shree Pravashankar Mishra, Senior Advocate and former Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh and Calcutta High Court, that I grew in this profession. He taught me commitment to justice that instilled confidence and self-belief in me. I joined the chamber of Mr. Manindra Sharan, Senior Advocate and a former Additional Solicitor General of India in 1994, who taught me that providing legal services to those who cannot afford expenses for fighting cases is not just a professional obligation, but an opportunity to serve the cause of justice and gain invaluable experience. Mr. K.K. Venugopal, Mr. Mukul Rohtagi, former Attorney Generals for India, Mr. Gopal Subramaniam, Mr. Ranjit Kumar, former Solicitor Generals for India, Mr. A.K. Ganguly, senior advocate, and other senior advocates who are mainly practicing in the Supreme Court, guided me in my legal journey through my days as an advocate and advocate on record in the Supreme Court. I remember those days with a profound sense of gratitude and respect for those senior advocates and legal luminaries. In performing my duties as advocate and now as judge, my mother, late Srimati Sakuntala Singh, and my father, Sri Sam Kishore Prasad Singh, always gave encouragement and moral support. My son, Mrigang Shekhar, and daughter, Meghna Shekhar, always stood by me with love and understanding, supporting my commitment to my legal duty, even if it meant professional sacrifices. They never questioned the long hours I spent in my chamber during my days as an advocate on record in the Supreme Court, or even today. The love, support, and strength which they showered on me has been the foundation upon which I have built my career. Over the time, I have come to believe it's the company which keeps that truly makes all the differences. The court staff and registry officials are often the unsung heroes of this system. Their diligence and quiet dedication form the backbone of the justice delivery mechanism. Without their efforts and machinery of justice, the machinery of justice could not function. Your silent but steadfast service ensures the smooth functioning of this institution. I am thankful to the members of the registry of this court, Sri Chanchal Mishra, Registrar General, Sailendra Vyas, Registrar Administration, Rajiv Chaudhary, Registrar Rules, Randhir Singh Mirdha, OSD, Yuvraj Singh, OSD, Sanuj Kulshrestha, OSD, Seema Mewara, and Toshita Malani, Registrars, Classification, Devendra Singh Bhati, Registrar Judicial, Pawan Pal Singh, Registrar Examination, Pankaj Bansal and Narendra Kumar, Additional Registrar Examinations, Balkishan Goyal, Registrar CPC, Joint Registrar Protocol, Aditya Joshi, and all other registry members. I am also thankful to Muhammad Asif, Shama Dikshit, Natwar Verma, Ansul Papneja, Ajay Singh, Neha Goyal, Divya Tak, Arjun Raj, Nitin Jaktiani, a law researcher, Rakshita Singh, and Aswin Panikar, librarian Nakul, assistants Jagat, Rahul, and Sohan, and all my personal staff who were always ready to work with me at odd hours. I am also thankful to Mr. Hariom Sharma Atri, Member Secretary, Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority, Sri Dinesh Tyagi, Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, Sri Ajay Singh, PS2, Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Vijendra Jain, Law Secretary, Sri Kamal Chignani, Joint Secretary, Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority, and all the team of Mr. Atre and Mr. Tyagi. I must also express my sincere thanks to Muhammad Asif, Muhammad Akram, Jetharam, Ruparam, my drivers Barkat Khan, Mohan Ram, and Manjeet Singh, Balbir Chand, Govind, Swaruparam, Mahesh Bhargava, and all other class 4 employees who worked with me in the office and at my residence, my personal secretary officers, Sukhveer and Makhnaram, Home Guards Manish, Ramasankar, Durgaram, and Kailas. It is with the deep sense of satisfaction that I acknowledge and appreciate the valuable assistance provided by each of them. As I prepare to bid adieu, I do so with immense gratitude to all those who made this journey meaningful. The wisdom and support of my colleagues on the bench have been invaluable. Honorable the Chief Justice, Sri Justice M.M. Shrivastava ji has been a great source of inspiration for me. His Lordship's visionary leadership, unwavering commitment to constitutional values, and constant emphasis on judicial discipline left a profound impact on me, both personally and professionally. I am grateful to my esteemed brothers and sister judges whose wisdom, humility, and collaborative spirit have enriched my journey beyond measures. I am especially grateful to my family, to my personal staff, the members of the bar, whose spirited advocacy enriched courtroom discourse, the registry and support staff, whose quiet efficiency formed the backbone of the system, and above all, the junior members of the bar. I am leaving this High Court with profound memories, the bonds formed through shared service of justice, the colleagues with whom I have worked, and as I move forward to new challenges and opportunities, I carry with me not just memories, but a renewed commitment to the principles that bind us all together in service to justice. Thank you.
My esteemed Brother Justice Sri Chandrashekhar, Brother Justice Arun Monga, who are also taking your leave along with me today. Brother Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, who has joined us today in the morning and has bid farewell to me along with all my esteemed sister and brother judges on the bench of this august institution. Shri Rajan Prasad, Advocate General, Shri Bhunesh Sharma, Chairman, Bar Council of Rajasthan, Shri Ratnaram Tholia, President, Rajasthan High Court Advocates Association, Jodhpur, Shri Anand Purohit, President, Rajasthan High Court Lawyers Association, Jodhpur, Shri Mahendra Shandilya, President, Rajasthan High Court Bar Association, Jaipur, Shri Sandeep Lohadia, President, the Jaipur Bar Association, Jaipur, former Advocate General and Senior Advocates Shri M.S. Singhvi, and other learned senior advocates, law officers of the Government of India and state government, learned members of the bar, Registrar General, and other members of the registry, judicial officer, gracious ladies and gentlemen. Among many things, there are two things which the members of the bar always told me. And that was that I'm that too patient and that I sit beyond 4:30. So I'll go by this. Kamagani, gratitude, gratitude, and gratitude. Today is the date for me to express my gratitude to all my sister and brother judges, members of the bar, officers of the registry, and everyone with whom I had been associated since last almost 4 years in different capacities. And finally, when I was leaving this institution as the Chief Justice of this institution, I am deeply touched and overwhelmed by the kind, humble, and praiseworthy words spoken about me with magnanimity and generosity, which I believe is an outcome of long association with all of you. I heartily express my gratitude for the compliments bestowed on me. When I left for Rajasthan from my parent state, my acquaintance with the state was like any other Indian tourist. The Rajasthan is known for its warmth, hospitality, and colors in every aspect of life. Before my arrival to take oath as judge of this august institution, traveling from eastern part to western part of the country, far away from my parent institution, my native place, instilled in me a natural fear and apprehension whether I will be accepted or treated differently. This apprehension, however, fizzled away on the very day of my arrival on 17th of October 2021 when I was accorded a very warm welcome by my brother and sister judges, Registrar General and the officers of the registry, and the members of the bar. Within no time, I felt that the place where I had come to serve the cause of justice was my destiny and my second home. The story of my journey since 18th of October 2021, when I took oath as judge of Rajasthan High Court, is of a golden era in my life, not only as a judge, but also as a human being. I was entrusted with onerous duties being a senior judge, but the way all my colleague judges in the institution at the principal seat Jodhpur and bench at Jaipur cooperated was beyond all expectations. Honestly speaking, even the learned members of the bar used to argue as if both of us had known each other since a very long time. Perhaps I had some connection with this land and its people, and I started feeling as if everybody here, whether the judges or the members of the bar, were known to me since very long. In discharge of my onerous duties and functions as a judge, both on judicial and administrative side, cooperation of my brother and sister judges was and had been of such a magnitude that I never had a single occasion to think that there was any discord or dissent, except, of course, meaningful discussion and dialogue. Senior judges of this institution, both at principal seat Jodhpur and bench at Jaipur, proved to be great companions, being learned, thoughtful, and committed to work for the best of the institution. It was a great opportunity and privilege to work with Justice Sandeep Mehta, Justice Vijay Bishnoi, now judges of the Supreme Court, Justice Arun Panchali, presently the Chief Justice of Allahabad High Court, and many other judges who have retired. At Jaipur, my close senior colleagues, Justice Prakash Gupta, Justice Ashok Gaud, and Justice Pankaj Bhandari, also guided me in discharge of my functions. Not only senior judges, but all other judges at the principal seat Jodhpur and bench at Jaipur not only displayed highest respect and regard for me, but each of them was so connected with me as if we all were associated with each other since a very long time. The then Supreme Court judge who hailed from Rajasthan, namely Justice Ajay Rastogi and Justice Dinesh Maheshwari, always guided me, which proved to be extremely crucial for better and effective discharge of my duties and functions as a senior judge, executive chairman of the Rajasthan State Legal Services Authority, administrative judge, acting chief justice, and then as chief justice of this institution since 6th of February 2024. It was my great fortune to work as judge of this institution under the dynamic leadership of my previous Chief Justice, Justice Akhil Qureshi, Justice S.S. Shinde, Justice Pankaj Mittal, sitting judge of the Supreme Court, and Justice Augustine George Massey, sitting judge of the Supreme Court. I owe a lot to each of them for their valuable guidance while discharging my duties and functions as Chief Justice of this institution. I have no words to express my gratitude to all the judges who have mentioned just now for their gesture throughout the period I worked in this great institution. I had a great opportunity to lead the institution as the Chief Justice in its Platinum Jubilee year, that is 2023-2024. And the events which were organized were of such magnitude and were so far-reaching, comprehensive, meaningful dialogues, which I had not seen anytime, anywhere. And that would not have been possible with a very, very efficient management of various facets of the organization of all the events by all my brother and sister judges who were working tirelessly from morning till evening to see that everything goes absolutely fine and successful. Justice Bhati, Justice Dinesh Mehta, Justice Vineet Mathur, Justice Pankaj Bhandari, Justice Indrajit Singh, Justice Jingan, Justice Goyal, and all my brother and sister judges at both the places had been there with me all the time with their cooperation, their suggestions every time. I owe to each of them a great appreciation for their cooperation. Not only that, in all other aspects of discharge of my functions and the administration of justice here in this institution, as also of the district judiciary, each of my brother and sister judges have played a very, very prominent role. Whatever has been stated about the rise of this institution in recent past is a collective team effort, collective teamwork. I have always believed and reiterated on all occasions that judges and advocates are the two wheels of the chariot of justice. Both are equal in size and strength, and their role is no less important to each other in administration of justice. It is of utmost importance that the bar and the bench maintain healthy relations, repose confidence on each other, and work together in constructive cooperation to achieve the common goal to serve the cause of justice. I consider myself to be fortunate that I received the most qualitative assistance from members of the bar at Jodhpur and Jaipur. In fact, all my reported judgments are reflections of qualitative assistance rendered during hearing not only by the learned senior members of the bar, but also young members to my pleasant surprise. The senior advocates in the bar have greatly contributed to evolve myself as a judge for almost 4 years, and I'm extremely obliged to them. This institution not only had a glorious past and present, but a great future, which I see in the scintillating arguments and preparedness by young members of the bar. They have always appeared fully prepared on facts as also on law. I always endeavor to appreciate the young members of the bar because the future of a judicial institution is decided as to what is the quality of performance of the young members of the bar. It is not only legal acumen, but ethics and morality of profession, which is crucial to evolve as a value addition to the institution. I wish all those young lawyers a great future. The learned members of the bar during their appeared highest respect and regard, and there was not a single incident of any disrespect or disregard. A fine combination of submissiveness with vehemence reflect upon great qualities which senior and young lawyers of this bar possess in abundance, and also reflects upon the great traditions of this institution. There was more than one occasion when I had to discharge my duties and functions as the acting Chief Justice of this institution until I took oath as the Chief Justice on 6th of February 2024. All through this period, the Registrar Generals and all the officers of the registry provided excellent support, and each of them exhibited a very high degree of efficiency, commitment, and loyalty. The present team, led by Shri Chanchal Mishra, Registrar General, Shri Ajay Singh, my PPS, has always stood by me and the institution and have worked day and night to provide desired results. At times, I was too strict and highly demanding also, but I was never left disappointed. All of them have been working to the best of their efficiency. They have played an important role in the discharge of my functions as the Chief Justice of this institution. The protocol section of the High Court at Jodhpur and Jaipur has provided excellent services not only to me but also to my family members, and we never felt any inconvenience. The team of experienced protocol officers ensured that I had the same convenience which I enjoyed in my parent institution, which is thousands of kilometers away from here. Health of myself as well as my family members was very well taken care of by the doctors, nurses, and other health officials who were provided to us in the institution. My personal staff at both the places have discharged their functions wholeheartedly and dedicatedly while I discharge my judicial functions. The court staff, private secretaries, stenographers, and the legal researchers have worked day and night and never gave me any occasion to feel disappointed. My ushers, both at Jaipur and Jodhpur, have always been on their toes and worked dedicatedly to ensure that I feel no inconvenience. The caretakers, security officers, and drivers at both the places have been extremely efficient, honest, and dedicated. They performed their duties beyond time schedules from early mornings till late nights as demanded by the situation. My domestic staff at both the places have served me and my family members so well that while leaving the institution, I cannot resist myself in saying that I never felt that I was not at home. My family and I take back sweet memories during period of stay in Rajasthan and feel blessed by the love and affection showered on us by the people of Rajasthan, by the brother and sister judges, and by the members of the bar. It is the love, support, and blessings of you all that I leave this place with fond memories. Before concluding, I must state here that no person is perfect, and I am no exception to it. In discharging my duties, I may have hurt the feelings of some of you, which was absolutely unintentional. If that be so, I can only say that I did it unknowingly and not deliberately. My sincere apologies if I have hurt anybody, even remotely. I happily take leave of you. I carry no grouse, no ill will towards anyone. I go with a heart brimming with happiness and with a deep sense of gratitude to this institution. Parting is always difficult, but I am taking a wealth of knowledge from this court, which will always be a treasure to me for all my future endeavors. At the end, I wish to emphasize that keeping in mind the principles of Dharma Rakshati Rakshata, meaning that Dharma protects those who protect it, and recognizing Dharma as supreme, every effort has been made to preserve the rich traditions and uphold the dignity and honor of this esteemed institution, and to pursue the noble cause of dispensing justice and to live up to its motto of Satyamev Jayate. I have also pleasure in saying that with the same spirit, I will continue to perform my duties as the Chief Justice of Madras High Court, and your best wishes will certainly help me in accomplishing the constitutional vision of making the justice delivery system easily accessible, affordable, and understandable to the common man, especially the marginalized groups, and ensuring that the people who seek justice find solace and fairness in the judicial process. I sincerely thank you all.
इधर का आपको नंबर है इधर का आपको नंबर है तो ले